what you do?
No depth involved in
yeah,
any
you
of
know what
that.
you do? Instead of putting the word THE, you put D.
Oh my God, let's just degrade
For, instead of putting FOUR,
intelligence.
you put 4, or FOR, you put 4.
The number.
Yeah, you put the number. So that's how people speak now. You know, I want
What do you think? How do you feel about that? That doesn't like.
That's fine with me. It's the same thing.
I don't want to sound old fashioned, but
But it's the same thing. It's not anything
I understand
different.
it's getting communication.
It's a shorter form of communication. You don't have to read all those damn words.
But you're not really reading words because words at some point
You are reading.
become sight. So you're not really having to process.
Yeah, but you look at it as the debate. If
I would find that distracting.
if you have D as the debate, swirls around the proposal to replace the village post office building. And we actually within the
That's
op-ed,
awful. That's awful.
Fame Architect Insights Award consideration in the Village Green. As the debate swirls around the proposal to replace the village post office building, recent insights from 2 world-renowned architects and Columbia High School alum are worth everyone's consideration. During an appearance at the high school hosted by the Maplewood Library 2015 Ideas Festival, Peter Eisenman, FAIA, and Richard Meyer, FAIA, shared their thoughts on personal development, themes in their careers, and antidotes from a myriad of projects they have led over nearly 60 years. And while doing so, they drew attention directly to the village post office. Eisenman and Meyer discussed and expressed strong preference for adaptive reuse of the Maplewood post office building, a mid-century era design by Alfred Pullet that was built by the federal government in 1958, just 1 year before I was born. They criticized the massive overscale mixed-use housing block recently completed or under construction in South Orange, Maplewood, and beyond. They spoke lovingly of quaint Maplewood Village, its scale, and its engaging human character. So, that's what we're going to, pilots. The new thing in this community is all about pilots, man. You know, this is going to sound like, this is plain talk, bad manners. Screw the taxpayers, right? And invest in the developers. That's what it is. They're investing in the developers. They're getting everything. We're not getting anything. The only thing we're getting is taxes being raised. Every year. Have you ever get a tax unless it was a the reval?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a reval once.
Did you get a reduction?
No, because I wasn't there. And so my taxes, when I looked, were higher than everybody else's on my block. I think I'm live on one of the few blocks where almost all the houses are the same.
You never questioned
And so
it?
then, no, I fought it, and they took it down, and it was down for about a year.
And put it right back.
And then they put it back up to where it was.
It's normal.
I mean, they gave me a finished basement,
You just
central air.
You guess.
I mean, they loaded my house,
You guess.
loaded it.
And they're wicked. Because they could go around your house and know that you ain't got no central air.
Mm-hmm.
But they're wicked because, to me, it's like...
And it's not like I ever got any of that money back, so...
Yeah, it's
Even
like...
though we did read one time about some guy who did.
Yeah, it's like the confession of an economic hitman. Like, you know, they send these people into these certain, you know, third world countries for them to do damage. You know, they do damage to the economy. So America can come in or the IMF can come in. And I know once the IMF comes in, cancel Christmas, it's over. You know about the IMF.
It's in the International Monetary Fund.
Yeah. They're the worst, man. When they come into you, and when they give you a loan, the IMF, we have a name for the IMF in the Caribbean. We changed the name from the International Monetary Fund to something. I gotta.
I'm a F you, no. I am F you.
I gotta figure out what they changed the name to. Yeah. So okay. So that was it. South Orange Maplewood School. This is another local. South Orange Maplewood School named Best Community for Music Education.
Well, that's good.
The South Orange Maplewood School District has once again been named one of the best communities for music education by the NAM Foundation. The foundation recognized 388 districts for their outstanding commitment to music education with a BCME designation. The BCME program evaluates schools and districts based on funding, staffing of highly qualified teachers, commitment to school, and access to music instruction. This is the third time the district has been honored. It also received a distinction in 2009 and 2012. So we're not doing bad. For free tree seedlings now.
No, that's all we need is some more free
Free tree seedlings will be available to South Orange residents in the month of April as part of the New Jersey Tree Recovery Program. The South Orange Green Team is participating in this program to help community replace trees damaged or destroyed by Superstorm Sandy. Residents can sign up via Sign Up Genius. Since there's a limit, just you signed up soon. Once you have signed up, you can pick up your tree seedlings between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Saturday, April 11 at the gazebo on Soane Street near the South Orange train station. Seedlings available on a first-come, first-served basis. Also come with instruction how to store, care for, and plant them. The guides help residents choose the right place on their property to plant a tree while keeping in mind the tree full-grown future size. Residents will plant the seedling within 2 days after the pickup order to prevent the root from drying out. Interested residents can also find more information on the South Orange Village website on the Tree Recovery Program. That's pretty good. That's not a bad idea.
No. Do you need any trees, Ansel?
Huh? No, I'm not into trees.
I think you're not into trees?
You into trees?
I love trees.
Really?
Yeah.
You plant any trees in your place?
I have enough trees.
Huh?
I have enough trees.
Oh.
Like 6 trees.
Did it come with a property or you planted them?
I didn't plant any. They were all there. I love trees. I really do. They excite me.
Where you grew up, were there trees?
No, I didn't grow up there. There were not many trees around.
So
I was going to live somewhere where there are trees and I could have a 2-story house and my dreams come true. Yeah. So I guess it's time to have a bigger dream or a new dream now. We're going to do a time check and hear my first song.
Time check. The time is approximately 8:37 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanics, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. So, well, the one I got lined up is Love's Holiday.
Oh, come on. I want to hear the Police Ansel.
Right. You want to hear the Police? Well, tonight, Marjorie promised.
Read about the Police, but
that
I want
she
to
was
hear the song first.
So, what do you like about this song called The Police? Let's just talk about this song. What is it called?
The Police,
by Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
Well,
you've never heard the song?
She used to be very good. What happened to her?
She did. I don't know. Maybe you can find that out while we're listening. And I'll read my story about the Police after I...
Oh, I remember Tracy Chapman. She was very, very good. She had a big hit back then. What was it?
The Revolution song? Or You Got a Fast Car? Which one are you thinking of?
I don't know. Yeah, she had a song called The Revolution, yeah.
Let's see, it's been about 29 when that song came.
No.
Do you see it?
Yeah, hold on. It's...
What's the name of it for real?
Tracy Chapman.
But I'll start out with the story here. This little town, suburb of Detroit that I grew up in, it's kind of hard to explain. There's a bigger town. It was full of relatively working class whites, and then a little, piece of it to the side where all the black people lived at. And then there was another town called Inkster. And the way this town I grew up in, Westland, was situated, well, they would not allow the black people, those of us, go to school with the whites. And we had, I didn't really know that this was segregated. I had no clue. Mm-hmm. And it still is to this day. So we went to school in Inkster. which was a predominantly
Before you continue, you sure that
Black,
song is called The
town.
Police?
uh
You sure? You sure it's not called Behind the Wall?
it could be. It could
Oh,
be. I hate to close that out. Doggone it.
Tracy Chapman.
It could be called Behind the Wall. At any rate, so
Go ahead.
this town, has since declined, along with the rest of Wayne County. And so I found it interesting to read this article about it.
You got your headphones on?
Yes, I have it. Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
let's see.
Yes, that's it.
Loud voices behind the wall. Another sleepless night for me. It won't do no good to call the police. Always come late if they come at all. But last night I heard the screaming, loud voices behind the wall. Another sleepless night for me. It won't do no good to call the police. Always come late if they come at all. And when they arrive, they say they can't interfere with domestic affairs between a man and his wife. And as they walk out the door, the tears well up in her eyes. Last night I heard the screaming, then a silence that chilled my soul. I prayed that I was dreaming when I saw the ambulance in the road, and the policeman said, I'm here to keep the peace. Will the crowd disperse? I think we all could use some sleep. Last night I heard the screaming, loud voices behind the wall. Another sleepless night for me. It won't do no good to call the police. Always come late if they come at all.
So there you have it, Tracy Chapman, The Police.
And you got the live version.
What
I'm going to have to learn how to work everything behind there.
what did you find in that song, though?
It sounds better when it's not live. I like that song.
What
Even though it's not very songy.
was it about it?
What's it about? I guess you weren't listening. At any rate, it's about a woman a woman being abused by a man, and the cops don't show up. Inkster, Michigan pastor promises to shut down town of white officers who beat black men are not fired. And this is why this headline alarmed me, because there is no town in Inkster, Michigan to shut down. I mean, I'll just tell you straight out, there's no town to shut down. So to liken this to Ferguson would be almost impossible, because there's very little, if any, I'm telling you, if any commercial activity going on in Inkster, Michigan. At any rate, the citizens of Inkster, a small town located outside of Detroit, are furious and want two white police officers who viciously beat a black man during a traffic stop to be fired, or they plan to lead an insurrection in the city. Again, there's no city, and there's nowhere to have this insurrection. A dash cam video from the bloody January arrest of Floyd Dent, 57, was broadcast on Detroit television station WDIV Tuesday, sparking outrage and a protest the next day, demanding answers why the offending officers have not been reprimanded. One officer shown punching Dent as many as 16 times in the head as he is on the ground, while the other tries to handcuff him. Another officer then uses a taser on him. The Reverend Charles Williams II and about 50 protesters Wednesday marched to the police station, where they blocked the door. Chief Vicky Yost met them outside and said Michigan State Police would investigate the arrest. I understand your concern, Yost told Williams. Again, we're going to let the investigation play out, and we're going to act accordingly. We're not hiding from this.